Plaintiff Joshua Grimes says he's been friends with the defendant for a long time, and he claims the defendant has always battled an alcohol addiction. Joshua claims whenever the defendant drinks, he gets violent, and he's suing him today for the balance due on a car. Defendant Andrew Hill admits that he drinks every day, but insists he's not an alcoholic. Andrew claims Joshua was the violent one who once pulled a gun on him, and he's countersuing for emotional distress.
Start with you.
Well, Andrew and I, we've been friends for a long time, approximately 10 years or so. Andrew's got an alcohol problem that he battles with back and forth. When he gets real violent, when he drinks.
Yeah, that's not true. I mean, I don't go looking for trouble when I drink. I just drink sometimes. Like,
you alcoholic?
I wouldn't say that, but I do drink.
Every day?
Almost every day.
How much?
Enough to get a buzz, I guess.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know. Pint of liquor, a couple of beers maybe.
Go ahead.
Well, and he's been, going up and downhill with that. And,
do you drink?
Occasionally.
With him?
No, I used to. I mean, I have before, but it's not an everyday thing. It's a social.
Okay.
Our friendship's gone up and down. A few years ago, he tried to put the moves on my ex-wife, and our friendship.
Ex-wife.
Yeah.
Still
our friendship fell apart until after we split up. Then
Your Honor,
let him finish, sir. Go ahead.
Then after that, we kind of rekindled our friendship.
Was she your wife at the time?
Yes.
Okay.
And then after that, we rekindled our friendship.
How long after that?
I'd say after my ex and I split up. Shortly after that. So I'd say, maybe the past couple of years we've been hanging out. He got his act together. He got married. He was working all the time. And so he wanted to purchase my car. I sold him my car, what he gave me.
How much was the price?
It was $4,000 originally.
All right. Before we get to the balance you're suing him for on that car, let me allow him to give some background, sir.
Well, I never did try and hit on his wife. He was just drunk. We were both drinking that night.
You and his wife?
No, all three of us. There was a couple other people over there too, but they had left, and I was just talking to his wife. And he went to go get his gun or something like that. And
he didn't say anything to you first?
No, not at all.
He just went and got a gun. What did he say then?
He started yelling about, get away from my wife and all this other crap.
What did his wife do?
His wife ran inside. Because we were outside. Is she scared of him? I don't know.
You don't
That's
know?
not true.
He likes to pull guns out on people.
What did you do?
Me? I left.
Yes. You didn't try to explain anything to him?
No. Not if you're drinking and someone grabs a gun. There's no...
Your Honor, there was never a gun present that night. I came outside and I caught them two talking by the car. After the party was over, I was already asleep. And I woke up.
What'd you say to your wife?
Well, I said, what the hell is going on? And they both looked, stunned. And she went in the house, and we exchanged words with him.
There was no one else around when they were talking?
Everybody else had already left. We had a little party.
Just the two of them?
Yeah, we had a little party, and I ended up falling asleep on the couch, and it was just those two. And my wife went in the house, my ex-wife at the time, and then, he started exchanging words. He gets violent, like whenever he drinks, he goes to the bar, he's always knocking somebody out, I mean, I didn't want any altercation with him.
Is that true?
I might get into a fight every once in a while, but I don't go looking for it.
Well, it always finds him. Always finds him, man.
Good enough. Tell me what happened with the car you're suing him about. You sold it to him for $4,000. Today you're suing for $3500. Tell me how. Tell me the circumstances.
Well, I have a contract here written in his handwriting.
Let's see it.
He was going to give me $500 down with the trade of his little Nissan. He signed the title over to me. I took $500 off, and after that, he's never made another payment. He was supposed to pay $50 a week. Then when he got his income tax, pay off the balance, and it never happened. He lost his job. He was probably drunk.
I did pay him at least 3 weeks worth. I mean,
that's not true. No receipts.
Hold on.
I paid him till I lost my job.
How much?
$50 a week, like we had agreed upon.
For 3 weeks?
Yeah.
All right. When did you lose your job?
January.
Okay. How did you pay him?
Cash.
Sir, why do you think he would lie about $150 out of a $3,500 debt? Seems like if he was going to lie, he would say, well, I paid him $2,000 out of the $3,500 he's suing me for.
I have no clue, Your Honor. He might be drunk now.
All right. He says you might be drunk and that's why you're confused.
Yeah. And he's probably got a gun. Who knows?
Your counterclaim, $1,200 is for what? Emotional distress.
Bringing me here and
bringing you here.
Yeah.
For money you admittedly owe and have not paid.
Well, I paid him some of it.
I understand, but that's not having paid him according to the contract.
I mean,
so you deserve to be here.
No,
this is
I
where
don't
you're
think
supposed
so.
to be. When you breach a contract, you come to court. That's why we have these small claims courts. People talk about these judge shows, but we show people how to resolve their disputes without having a gun pointed at you. Well, if I'm being cut or fighting any other type of violence, because a lot of people fight over things less than $5,000. People are owed $1,000 and you don't pay them. They want to fight. They want to shoot. They want to cut. So that's why we're here, and I'm glad that we have these judge shows instead of folks wondering, what do I do when someone owes me money? Do I go and break their windows, or do I go and... So you're in the right place, sir. I promise you.
Can I say something?
Yes, sir. Anything you want.
Him calling me violent. A friend of mine just told me last week he was at the bar and beat some guy up for nothing.
Sir?
That's not true. An incident did happen at the bar, but...
How often do you fight?
Not often at all.
Talking about how much he fights.
I was defending myself, sir.
When's the last time you had a fight prior to that?
I can't remember. Schoolyard, maybe.
Do you know of any other fight he's had?
No.
All right, because your emotional distress claim is based on what? His violence, right? You got to say yes or no, son.
Yes, sir.
I can't,
yes, sir.
This is not the place to go. No, this is the place to say yes or no. So,
yes.
All right, you're suing him for violence, and tell me what that is. Tell me what occurred that makes you think you're entitled to $1,200 of emotional distress.
Well, most of it was just for bringing me here.
Okay. We went over that already. You belong here because you owe money by your own admission. I will give you credit for the $150. I believe him, sir. I don't believe he's just gonna, he's not that drunk. Even someone drunk, if they're gonna lie about a lot more than $150. So $3,350 is your judgment. He admits that he owes. He says he's paid $150. I'm giving him credit for that. Your counterclaim is dismissed for $1,200. You say you want $1,200 of emotional distress because you had to come today. And you're in the right place. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.